student. In the last class, we have seen the Laplace transform of a circuit with the capacitor and the inductor. So, how the circuit behaves or how the circuit changes when it is having a capacitor or to the inductor by using some standard equation. Today, we are going to see a shortcut method, or it is an easy way of transforming an inductor and capacitor into the Laplace transform. If you transfer, like if you make the transformation from time domain to the frequency domain, how the inductor and capacitors are changed. So let us start with the resistor. For example, this is the one circuit. Here you have one resistor whose value is R equal to R. So if you make the Laplace transformation, because the resistor's resistance does not depend upon the time. If you make the Laplace transformation, if you apply the Laplace transformation, the resistor won't change. Like it remains as a R itself. It remains as R only. So there is no any change for resistor. If you go with inductor, let us see for inductor. So for inductor, before considering an inductor, let us see what is the advantage of Laplace transform. Advantage of Laplace transform. This Laplace transform finds an application in control systems, which this subject you are going to see in further semesters. For example, there you are going to see some circuit or a system like LTI system. That is, LTI stands for linear time invariant system. Linear time invariant systems. To the system, if you apply input, for example, let us consider this is the input applied and this is your output. The output or response obtained with convolution. So for LTI system, so with respect to the input, you are going to get some output. Mathematically, this output is obtained with convolution. We have to use some convolution to get the output in with mathematical. With mathematical analysis, if you want to find the output of LTI system, we have to use the help of convolution. But convolution, as with respect to the convolution, multiplication is very easy. Doing multiplication is very easy as compared to convolution. So if you convert these inputs and outputs in frequency domain, then this convolution changes to multiplication. So the convolution in the time domain is equal to multiplication in the frequency domain. So doing convolution it takes more time as compared to your multiplication. So that's why with the help of Laplace transform, we are going to convert the inputs and outputs of LTI system into frequency domain, and by using the multiplication, we are going to find the output in easy way. So that is the one advantage of this Laplace transform. Now let us see for inductor. What happens to the inductor? Now it is a time to know our topic. for inductor. Already we have seen this topic in the last class only, but this is one shortcut method for conversion of. Let us take this is an inductor. For inductor, the Laplace transform of inductor, becomes L into S omega, that is impedance. If it is of L, if you apply Laplace transform to the inductor, it is going to change Ls. This is a condition where there is a initial current is zero, initial energy is zero. So this is a case where through the inductor or energy stored by the inductor is zero initially. So the Laplace transform of it becomes your L into S ohms. For inductor we have one more condition, that is of it may contain some initial current. It may contain some, for example, this is your inductor and the initial current flowing through the inductor is, let us consider I0. Then its equivalent, the current flowing through the inductor is I0 and L is your inductance value. Its equivalent can be written, can be drawn as current. Always current should be in parallel with the element. This is the equivalent. This is your equivalent circuit. And the direction of current is downward and this is your L. Till now we haven't applied any Laplace. Only we have drawn a equivalent circuit of an inductor which is having an initial current. Here the initial current is zero. Here we are considering some amount of current is present initially in the inductor, because inductor stores the energy in the form of magnetic field. So the current, initial current through the inductor is L, we have considered that is your I0. The equivalent circuit is, this is your I0 L. Now apply Laplace transform. Of this one. The Laplace transform of this total circuit becomes, here you are having one current and here you have a inductor. What is the Laplace transform of L? Laplace transform of L is equal to L into S omega, and the Laplace transform of I0. The Laplace transform of I0 is a constant value, so I0 by S. So the Laplace transform of I0 is equal to I0 by S, and Laplace transform of inductor is equal to L into S omega. So in the last class we may have considered 1 by Ls. So if you have considered 1 by Ls, that is nothing but that is your admittance. Here I am considering impedance. If you consider admittance, you can consider admittance also, no problem. You can consider here 1 by Ls. You have to consider not ohms, you have to consider mho. So you can consider admittance or you can consider impedance, no issue. So for our easy understanding, here I am considering that is your Ls. That is, what is the Ls? Ls is equal to impedance. I0 by S. I0 is nothing but initial current. So can I consider this initial current as 0 plus I0 0 plus by S and Ls. And so here the inductor is replaced with one current source in parallel to the inductance, that is your impedance. If you apply, so in some circuit it is necessary to have a series connection. So if you apply the source transformation, here, already we have seen in the first unit. So in the source transformation, what happens if I have a current source, for example of like this I, and something of a resistance or inductance, then by the source transformation it is going to change minus plus and in series with its respective resistance. In series with its respective resistance. Same if we apply this concept, then circuit is going to change as some voltage and in series with some impedance. So the polarity of your voltage source, that is according to the arrow symbol you have to give, like minus, plus. So according to this arrow symbol, what is the arrow symbol? Downward. So that's why minus, plus, and this is your L into S. L into S ohms. LS ohm. This is your impedance. And here you are going to get some initial voltage, that is your V0 plus. Initial current, initial voltage as V0 plus. And what will be the value of that V0? So this V0 is nothing but V0. This V0 is equal to, from this what will be the I? What will be the value of this V? V is equal to I into R. So from the source transformation technique, what we have here? V0 by S is equal to I0 by, what is the current value? I0 by S. I0 by S, and the impedance is LS. So here the impedance is, sorry, I0 by S. V is equal to I into R. The current is I0 by S, and what is the impedance? That is in resist, that is of ohms, that is L into S. These L, these S, these S get cancelled. So finally you are going to get V0 is equal to, what will be the value of V0? This V0 is equal to I0 into L. So have we got the same value for when? So like while solving the electrical circuit, so sometimes it is necessary to represent inductor in parallel with your current source, or your in series with your voltage. So we may require a parallel circuit or a series circuit. So if you want to have a parallel circuit, we need to go with this circuit, that is of I0 by S into in parallel with your LS, or V0 is equal to I0 into L in series with your LS. So this is the way to convert the Laplace transform of your inductor. So if you have an inductor, we have two cases. If inductor there is a zero amount of current, initial current is zero, then it is replaced simply with LS. If there is a I0 current flows initially, then electric, that is of equivalent circuit, becomes I0 into L. Then if you apply the Laplace transform, the I0 Laplace transform of I0 is equal to I0 by S, and the Laplace transform of L is equal to LS. If you go with the source transformation, this I0 by S is replaced with the one of V0, whose value is equal to I0 into L, and in series with the LS. So these two circuits, while solving electrical circuits with the Laplace transformation, you may find the application of, so with the suitability of your circuit, you have to use this parallel circuit or this series circuit. Let us see for capacitor. How it is going to change for capacitor. For example, if I have a capacitor of like this, and its capacitance is like, say, the Laplace transform of this one, the Laplace transform of the capacitor is equal to 1 by Cs. 1 by Cs. Let us take the conditions. If there is a zero, for capacitor stores energy in the form of electric field. That is the thing, but if initially there is a zero voltage across the capacitor, then what happens? Ultimately it changes to 1 by C into S. The Laplace transform is directly 1 by CS only. Then if I have initially, if there is a voltage across the capacitor, for example, this is a voltage across the capacitor, that is your V0, and the capacitance is C. So before applying Laplace transform, let us have its equivalent circuit. So how will be the equivalent circuit? So one voltage source in series with the capacitor. This is only the equivalent circuit only, not applied Laplace plus. So this is your V0, or you can consider VC or anything. So this is your C. Then apply Laplace transform to this one. If I apply Laplace transform to this one, so it is going to change V0 by S, and this is going to change as CS in, CS is 1 by CS ohms, 1 by CS ohms. But if you want to have a parallel circuit, sometimes it is very easy to consider a parallel circuit as compared to series circuit. According to your convenience, you have to select. So apply source transformation. If I apply source transformation to this one, the circuit is going to change as one current source. What will be the direction? Upward. According to this polarity, we have to give one current source in parallel with impedance, that is 1 by CS. So don't get any confusion. So in the previous class, I have considered at some point I have considered CS side, and for current I have considered CS. For voltage I have considered 1 by CS. So you can consider anything, but the units are very important. If you have considered CS, then you have to write mho. And what will be the value of this I0? This I0, this is your I0, where I0 is equal to, V0. What is the voltage? V0 by S, by 1 by CS. So from this we can write V0 by S into CS, SS get cancelled, then I0 becomes V0 by V0 into C. I0 is equal to V0 into C. So like this we have to convert, or we have to consider a parallel circuit or a series circuit for a circuit which is having a capacitor or an inductor. So in the next class we are going to see a problem related to this Laplace transformation of electrical circuit.